up, you guys? Welcome to the May 6th edition of NBA 3-Ball presented by Established to Run. I'm your host, Mike Gallagher. Getting ready to break down the Wednesday slate, talk some fantasy ads in 10 minutes. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe, please. Starting with the news, and it's in Lakerland. We know LeBron's out for the back-to-back. We know Dennis Schroeder's still out for the 10 to 14 days for protocols. And then also, Taylor Horton-Tucker is questionable. Did not practice with a calf strain. Not good. I'm not expecting him to play. So Alex Caruso is really the last ball handler standing here based on what they've been doing filling in minutes. Like Kunikuk's not there anymore. So we're going to have to see some KCP at the point a little bit. We know that they have rarely done that. He had some ball handling stuff early in his career. We'll probably see some Kyle Kuzma bringing the ball up a little bit. This team's just running out of guards. So those guys will have to play a bunch. AD going to be really, really busy in a huge, huge game for the Lakers. Let's talk Pistons, and fun fact, if you count DJ Augustine, there are 91 players listed as out for the 8:30 injury report. Like, oh my god, everyone's out. But Detroit, no Diallo, new injury here. He's not going to play. Josh Jackson out for the tooth thing again. No Kojo, Magruder, Mason Plumlee, Jeremy Grant, who may play Saturday, and then DSJ out. Wayne Ellington upgraded to questionable. May have to play. So we know Killian's going to play a whole lot. Probably see a little bit of Sabin. Frank Jackson's going to get a ton of playing time here. Sadiq will look to bounce back. Sekou Demboy's minutes are kind of locked in as well here. We know Isaiah Stewart should be pretty busy as well. Let's get to the basketball action as the Celtics, without Jaylen Brown for an ankle injury, they smack the Magic 132-96. It's a pretty easy bet in my opinion. But Kemba, 32 points from him in his return. Obviously, you got to feel great about that, even in a great matchup. Tatum, easy money. Just dominated, 27 full line, no turnovers. Robert Williams gets the start with no Tristan Thompson for a pec injury, so good to see. Garbage time, so would have been probably mid-20s instead, which is great. You know, if you can play 24, you're certainly living with that. Romeo Langford also out for concussion protocol, but really no fantasy fallout there. Magic dropped this one, but we got the Flaming Moes with some fire from Mo Wagner with 20 and a good stat line in just 26 minutes. But Mo Bamba, my goodness. 19 and 15, 4 blocks, 3 steals. Love to see it. No Wendell Carter Jr. for an eye injury. Clifford sounded like he could be back for Friday, so keep an eye on that. Regardless, Bamba's locked in right now. Probably be pretty close to a 50-50. And also, RJ Hampton, again, he is going to find playing time, whether it comes from Gary Harris, Dwayne Bacon, Anthony, Randall, somebody. Like they're going to play RJ Hampton, I feel like, 30 minutes every night going forward. Pacers dropped 141 on the exhausted Cavs after the back-to-back on Tuesday. The Bigs just killed them, and that's just been a dream matchup. I talk about it every day in matchups, how the Cavs frontcourt gives up so many big lines to Bigs. Nurk going needs 21 minutes for 15-11, 4 blocks. Ennis Cantor comes in for 18 and 13 in 21 minutes. Dame looked much more comfortable here. They were just tired, so nothing really to take away from there. Norm didn't play in this one for a knee injury. A little concerning there. We'll see what happens. No really takeaways there as far as pickups go, with airplane mode starting and kind of being mixed up between Simons. Cavs dropped this one. Isaac Okoro takes a step back after the big game against the Suns. Got an IV after his game against the Suns, interestingly, so that was probably part of it. I'm not really worried. I think he's going to kind of keep it cruising here. Jared Allen, bad defensively, but pretty solid overall. Keep your eye on Kevin Love. Had a little bit of an ankle tweak that I noticed. So he may be on the injury report. We know Love, they're going to be careful with him. And then Jetty Osman, still kind of just humming along here. Garland, sounds like he's not really close. Suns go to Atlanta in a back-to-back after that OT game and just get stomped. It's pretty much just a schedule loss here. Nothing to take away from on that. Atlanta, the only takeaway again, just like last time, is John Collins losing minutes to Danilo Gallinari. That's probably not going to go away. So it's really tough to feel confident about John Collins from a DFS perspective. Other than that, Capella was solid. Everybody was Bogdan, and Trey also held it down a little bit. Kings get the win. 2 stars of the show here. Clearly, Marvin Bagley looked like he was going for 50 early. Put 20 up in a hurry. Finished it with 31 and 12. Easy buckets in the paint all night. He looks fully healthy, using both of his hands really well. Really encouraging stuff from him. And then, oh my God, DeLon Wright, easy play again. 6 steals from him. He's week winning mode right now with the way he's been putting up stats. Fully on for him to finish, as we still wait for De'Aaron Fox, who's still not officially cleared that. So you probably got a couple more DeLon Wright games. Pacers dropped this one. Their paint defense is a joke. But besides that, takeaways, Goga returns. Goga kind of gets into it with Greg Foster, their assistant coach. So we'll see what happens with that if Goga gets punished somehow. But he does get some double big minutes, which is interesting. So that would put Goga on the map if he could kind of sneak into this low 20s role if he does play next to Sabonis. So that would also, on the flip side of that, cut into O'Shea Brissett if he is playing power forward. We know Bjorkgren said he wants to play Brissett a bunch of minutes. So that would cap him probably at like 30 in a normal circumstance. Aaron Holiday moves into Edmund Sumner's role as the starting wing, flops, so he may lose that. All these guys kind of struggling together here would really help TJ McConnell. I don't think Malcolm Brogdon's all that close. The Sixers smacked the Rockets. No takeaways Sixers side. Takeaways for the Rockets are just everybody's getting hurt here. Kevin Porter Jr. ankle sprain does not return. You freaking hate to see it. Possibly missing time. Just bad news. Jayshawn Tate also didn't play for health and safety protocols. No word if it's officially a positive test. Probably is. We'll see. That means he'd be out for the week. Maybe it's a 7-day. Regardless, like he's probably a drop if you got to do it. And then also DJ Wilson still has that probably 10 to 14 day thing. So minutes for Daquan Jeffries. KJ Martin, absolute positive must-own player. Avery Bradley played a little bit. Anthony Lamb played a lot. This team just needs players. They did sign Kyrie Thomas, so they'll have possibly him and DJ Augustine next time. But still, KJ Martin absolutely looking at huge minutes. We know he can produce on defensive stat stuff and played more on ball. Silas said he wants to do that more in the offseason, but it's kind of their hands forced now. So we'll see what they do, but definitely KJ is just to the moon right now. Bucks squeak out a win against the Wizards. Just great game environment, 135-134. Chris Middleton sat out. No surprise, back-to-back related. PJ Tucker hurt his jaw, does not return. So other than that, nothing really to take away. Pat Connaughton was just marvelous late in this game to help get the win. Wizards dropped this one. No Rui Hachimura, likely out again. So Anthony Gill got the start. Was pretty solid in 18 minutes. So that'll help out Davis Bertans and the guards a little bit. The headlines here, Russell Westbrook is just ridiculous. 29, 12, and 17 assists. He had 36 potential assists in that last game with 24 real assists. Beal really busy. Got to the line a bunch. Was extra aggressive. You love to see that after his drives were dipping. So bounce back. Never any concern there. Daniel Gafford really potent in 14 minutes. But Brooks is not shaking up with this three-man center rotation right now. Grizzlies dropped 139 on the Wolves, who scored 135. John Moran, oh boy, I thought he was going to be kind of so-so against Okogie and McDaniels, but he killed him. 37 points, is that including me? Only 2 3-points attempted, 10 assists, in the paint all game, transition game, full on. Love it. He killed it. Other takeaway here, Grayson Allen, abdominal injury, does not return. So Desmond Bane says, your money and infrastructure were important until now, and takes over with the minutes. Bane reference, it's been a while. But love it. Not a great run, not a run don't walk guy, but feel pretty good with the way they want to get to shoot threes and everything. So I really like his role. Obviously, DeAnthony Melton would step up. Bane would be starting and have the higher upside, though, in my opinion. Anthony Edwards goes for 42 on Dylan Brooks. I got that wrong, too, in matchups. But, yeah, just jump shooting. A lot of jump shooting. 8 of 9 from freaking 3. So it was just one of those nights where he was just on fire. Step backs, contested shots, just in a rhythm here. So that was awesome to see. A little bit of cat foul trouble cut him down to get Naz Reid going. And also D'Angelo Russell in the starting lineup. Chris Finch said that he wants to play Cat and Edwards together. And so to see that and to see Ant do that in this game, I mean, my God, you got to feel really good about that. And then also Ricky Rubio, as expected, his minutes took a huge hit here. And that's going to continue. I expect him to rarely hit 20 minutes unless he's cooking or something goes wrong foul trouble-wise. But yeah, the D'Angelo thing's certainly going to affect him. 2 just massive blowouts in the late games. So let's get to the fantasy ads here. I'm going to start with KJ Martin. Absolutely can't leave him on any waiver wires right now. Still 2 weeks left, 2 games left to go. Mo Wagner, kind of old news, but like him, same with RJ Hampton. I think Goga's worth it if you do need a big man. I think he's looking pretty solid. DJ Augustine didn't play today, but they're running out of point guards, probably ready for the next game. So I think he's a pickup, probably a stream if you're playing and need a guard. Austin Rivers is kind of the only takeaway from these late games. Looks like his role's pretty safe. Obviously, revenge game. He was hot. He won't be this good, but I think he'll be kind of more of a stream. Anthony Lamb, kind of a pickup. They're just running out of bodies. Kyrie Thomas will take some upside off him. So I still think Lamb will have the inside track to get more playing time. Paul Millsap, kind of just a low-end pickup. And then Desmond Bane, kind of the same thing, more of a stream. But I like him. And then also Daquan Jeffries for the same reason. Just because the Rockets are running out of players. So that's it. Catch you tomorrow.